Agreed. It is October 19th, 2020. This is Atlanta United FC Weekly, a Home Before Dark podcast.
The only
Nobody's
one.
got a drink. Nobody's got anything to.
I'm just drinking water tonight.
Yeah.
Straight up tequila.
Good evening, Atlanta, and anybody else who decided to join us for whatever odd reason.
Everybody from Russia, all the Russian bots, we welcome you with open arms.
I remember that one time we had somebody from Morocco join us in the middle of it. It was like, this is awesome. And then he never showed back up. It's fine. Whatever. I am Tim Herb. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts. I get to say co-hosts. Kevin Bradley in the middle and Dan James on the right.
That's going to come out bad for the podcast. It's going pretty good, Tim. What about you?
Doing good. Doing very, very well. It's good to see both of your guys' faces on a podcast for the first time in a couple weeks.
Tim's going to model his fall line tonight. I see he's fully in the spirit tonight. He's drinking his pumpkin spice water. Got his flannel on.
I'm doing a lumberjack impression. So trying to fit the bill for the woodworking thing.
Nice, man.
Well, that's what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in and making us a regular part of your Monday evening. If you guys are not subscribed and you guys are watching on YouTube, shame on you. Hit the subscription icon, the notification bell icon. Just get notified whenever we go live. Come join us. Come join all of our friends in the trap and have fun. We promise there will not be a Jeffrey Toobin situation tonight. We would get our YouTube stream completely revoked.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, God. Yeah, Kendrick was the first one to put it in the trap. He said, pro tip, don't whip it out on the Zoom call. A guy from the New Yorker today, they were apparently, he's a pretty prominent pundit. He was doing very explicit things with his anatomy on a Zoom call with other employees from the New Yorker as they were trying to, as stuff keeps coming out from these anonymous sources, they were simulating election night.
Oh, so, Tim, I think you call that hardcore journalism.
Yeah, hardcore is the correct term for that, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How's everybody doing? We have Kendrick Brock, the aforementioned Kendrick Brock, Elliot Beaven, Brian, Bill Holcomb Brian saying holy shit, all three. And then Bill Holcomb saying, can you really make those kind of promises with Kevin around?
No.
Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry.
So
no alcohol tonight, so I think you're safe.
Well,
no. Just me. I'm drinking on my own.
Yeah. Atlanta's forced me to drink enough across all sports teams this year. I'm sober October at this point.
Unsober October.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what do you
guys
Boy,
last night was fun, right?
Yeah, getting to watch the Astros lose sucked, so that was my childhood team. So I wanted them to win in the spirit of watching the internet explode. I haven't watched, I tuned out of baseball for a couple of years and then kind of slowly picked up being a Braves fan for as much as I watch baseball, which is not very much. I just really wanted to see the internet burn, but the good guys ended up winning, I guess. And I really hope they take it to the Dodgers. The Dodgers to me look like their GM was aside from Mookie Betts and maybe Will Smith, who looks just like Beans.
Get me the same person and just clone him.
Yeah. I said, okay. The criteria are, okay, can they hit well? Can they pitch well? Were they the jerkiest guys on their college baseball teams?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look like the big shit on campus of every school. And I don't know. I just get that feel from all of them.
Oh, thank God Bill Holcomb's asking the real questions. I don't even really know why I'm here tonight, to be honest, because I haven't watched an Atlanta United game in weeks. But does anyone know when the next Atlanta United game is on ESPN or Fox so I can watch again, is Bill's question. And I don't know the answer to that.
They're usually on Fox, aren't they?
They're on Fox Sports Southeast.
Yeah, Fox Sports Southeast. It has become a big point of contention, and I don't think Kevin's the only one. I've gone the route of, and I only have it for the next couple of weeks. I think I talked about it last week. I have an ExpressVPN subscription for the next couple of weeks, and I've been able to watch kind of sporadically. I've had to watch the away broadcast, which I will say the Miami broadcast was insufferable. It was Ray Hudson is just not whatever a joy to watch it or listen to is. It's the opposite of that. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in a couple of weeks. I really don't want to have to show. We're already shelling out money for subscriptions, and then to shell out money for subscriptions for VPN so that I can point. Anyway, I guess
not doing it.
Kevin Escobar's point the other week, Opera.
Call me plastic, but if the team was playing better, it'd be one thing. But I'm not missing much at this point. So,
no. Why don't you just get Hulu?
Huh?
I've got Hulu, and I only
that's cool. But I like YouTube TV, and I have that subscription already. I'm not doing another $65 subscription, and I'm not canceling YouTube TV.
No, that's what I wouldn't take one over both.
Yeah,
that's
what sucks
insane.
What sucks is Kevin got his YouTube TV subscription, and then they came out and they didn't bluff this time, and they were like, "Okay, we're not going to be able to renegotiate the deal for the regional Fox Sports channel." So
super cool. So I'm interested to hear you guys' thoughts, and I'll just sit quietly for the next 45 minutes.
You did say so.
That'll be a first, right?
I kind of want to start with last night's game because it's fresh on the brain. But to your point, Kevin, you said there hasn't been much to miss. I think Dan, correct me if you feel differently. I guess correct wouldn't be the right word, but unless you feel differently, let me know. Like I felt like last night, I learned more about who this team is in the last 45 minutes and what to expect, and like more positives in a loss than I did in a last gasp. I guess it wasn't last gasp, but in that draw on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I did. I felt the first 45. There was some good things about it. Like there was some cohesion, but it was kind of, I felt like it was just more of the same. But Jürgen Damm, he had some bright spots, and we've said this before. Our wing play is our best quality right now without any DPs in it. But I would agree. I thought the second 45 was like, oh, we're actually pressuring and causing some options, but then we just had nothing in the final third. I think we had like two shots. One was on goal. One was like Kubo Torres' header straight at the keeper. I'm so done with Kubo Torres. I know he's just like a makeshift guy, but surely he goes next year based on the salary we're paying him to free up money elsewhere.
Does Adam John put that header away last night? There's no doubt, right?
I think he would. I'm just done with Kubo Torres. I think he's, quite frankly, when he put that at the keeper, it was a fantastic opportunity. So when I coach my 8-year-olds, I say, put it in the corner. And I think a professional soccer player should put it in the corner, not hit it straight at the keeper, regardless of the situation. It frustrates me no end.
As bad as Kevin and my soccer coach was in high school, he always did say opposite corner every time you shot the ball, opposite corner. Mm-hmm. Like that's.
But I know people are saying, when is Kubo what does he have to do to score a goal? I don't know, be better. No. I'm so done with
Julian Gressel cross it in instead of Brooks Lennon.
To be honest,
if Gressel would have crossed that, it would have gone in.
Apparently, but I disagree with that. But it was great seeing Barco. I didn't think that he would be back. I thought he was going to be done and that would be it. But I'm really glad to see him back. It was great to finally see Marcelino Moreno, because I hadn't seen him when we played Red Bulls, but I was really impressed with him. He's kind of taller than I thought, a bit more skinnier. And when he's got some time with the team to really gel and kind of understand what everyone's trying to do and people's tendencies and things like that, he's going to be a great signing. I'm really excited to see what he can bring. He's just industrious. He puts in a hard work shift. And I really love those sort of players. I think the different. I think he's going to be a fan favorite because he puts in all the effort 100% of the time. But the difference is you can see him doing that. He's not just like plodding around like some high profile players that we've had here. But he puts in a lot of work. He's not afraid to go in for a tackle. He will be on his feet if he receives a hard tackle. I was really impressed with him. Good signs for the future. And hopefully with this U22 initiative, it's going to be even better.
No, agreed. Like I see him and Barco are probably the only two guys right now on this team that I feel like I don't know how to describe it. The way that they control the ball and they're able to open up space on the ball has, I think, something that this team has lacked. Like I got pretty excited. I'm not going to lie. The last 45 minutes of that game, seeing Barco and Moreno getting on those balls and being able to open up space and facilitate runs and that sort of thing, and kind of holding it up a little bit, which was not necessarily what I was expecting, but I am very excited about that. Barco, I don't know what to expect moving forward. I don't know if he's still in the team, but for as long as he's in the team, I like our chances. And I think that if you even like take Adam John out of the discussion, you put John Gallagher up there instead of Kubo Torres, and I think you have a more dangerous team too.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with what Gallagher brings. He's 24. He's older than I thought he was, which kind of makes sense in his level of skill. Like he's able to kind of see more because he's got more experience. I'm really interested to see what Barco does when he's 24. But that's here nor there. But I don't think we need Kubo Torres in the team. We have Jan, we have Gallagher. Both of them have done a lot more than Kubo Torres. And when Joseph comes back, surely he's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So Barco is interesting just because my faith in him is shaken so much. Like, I don't think he's going to be the type of guy that is going to put the team on his back and be able to say, all right, let's go win this. I think Marcelino
Moreno to get that $30 million price tag. So I'm
exactly. And that's what we agreed on, Kevin.
So you're saying he's not that guy now?
I was talking about his potential.
Everybody's got that potential.
No,
everybody could have a $30 million potential.
You're going to sell John Gallagher for $30 million?
I mean, potentially.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. So I'd see Moreno is going to be more of the guy who's really going to finally put the team on his back, which is ridiculous because he's only played he's played a total of 90 minutes for the team, maybe 100 minutes. And he's already like an integral part. I mean, the play completely flipped when him and Barco came on. I argue that I think Moreno did a lot more than Barco in that last 45 minutes.
No, agreed. And Parceros United, which it's either Danny or Ron. I would imagine it's probably Ron. I don't know if I've ever seen Danny in the trap, but saying positional awareness, the ability to control tempo and make pauses. I think that's what Moreno has shown pretty outstandingly in his first, I think, probably about 100 minutes, Dan. I think you're right. He's a hell of a player. And the fact, I think we talked about it last week, but he's 25. He's kind of a little past the point of a European transfer, I think. I think this might be his final stopping point, right?
Potentially. I mean, potentially he could go to Barcelona. I'm just kidding. He's not going to go to Barcelona. According to Kevin's rules.
Your rules, man. Your rules. I'm just playing your game.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Wow, he's 25. Interesting. And he just turned 25 too. That's good.
Again, depending on how long that contract is, we could have kind of a cornerstone in our midfield for a while, I think.
I believe on Twitter I saw it was 5 years.
I think so as well. I thought that's exactly what I thought I saw as well. So we have him throughout his prime as long as we don't feel the need to turn a profit. We're not New York Red Bulls because we don't let our best players go immediately, and we don't sell them for like $2 million for on the table deals to our sister clubs. But Speaking of, do you see? Did we talk about this already? That Caden Clark kid from New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, he scored another one.
Yeah, but he also like signed a contract that guarantees him a spot at Salzburg or Leipzig.
Oh, really?
In 2022, I think he gets an automatic transfer to Leipzig, not Salzburg. I think Leipzig.
Wow.
So at 19 years old, he's going to be,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what he does. Is anyone else? I mean, I feel like usually, I feel like it's against Atlanta United. There's always some wonder kid who comes in and scores a Galazzo off the top of the 18. I feel like Red Bulls have done it to us. I think I'm sure Toronto have done it to us. There was Philadelphia did it to us. I feel like all you need to do to beat Atlanta United in a 1-0 Atlanta United loss is just stick a kid who's just coming on. It's less than 20. It's less than 17 years old, and he'll just bang off an 18-yard shot straight from the top of the penalty area. Yeah. I feel like it's a common occurrence.
Yeah, no, it feels like we get, I think, by Toronto mostly. I mean, not that Nick DeLeon was necessarily a youngster, but that goal that he put in against us last year, obviously in the playoffs. But like I don't like to put much into like moral victories or whatever, but is there anything good? Like, can you take the result from last night, knowing that we got beat by a absolutely great header by Pablo Piatti? Like, you can't hit it better than that from that angle. And knowing that they're the would-be Supporter Shield front runners, right? Or Seattle in front of them?
No, they're definitely well ahead. They've got 10 points on Seattle right now.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, like, because Greg Vanney came out today and I think was pretty upset that they decided not to award a Supporter Shield winner this season.
Yeah.
But we lose 1-0 last gasp victory. I did see you shaking your head to that, Kevin. Like, do you not see any sort of positive right now in that?
Not based on where Atlanta sits in the standings. I mean, regardless of what happens or doesn't happen against a Toronto team and based on where Toronto is, I mean, I think the only benefit you take from it is at Toronto's expense. And I think that Atlanta's run a form and their lack of any meaningful or consistent results, I'm struggling to take much positive away from their run of form aside from not getting blown out lately. You know, I mean, you look at your past 4 games, you've got 2 losses against the 2 decent teams. You got 1 mediocre draw and then another draw against a team at the bottom of the league. I'm struggling to say. I mean, it's just a fluke game. I think it's a loss. You're not doing much. If it's a loss and you've at least got some decent standing and something to build on it, I guess from what you guys are saying, the one thing I would take away from is that you've got to run a play that seems promising with Moreno and Barco, but until that starts to produce results or some benefit from goals being scored, I don't know, you're kind of grasping at straws here. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think any sort of positive we take out of this is definitely for the future. I think this season's a wash. It annoys me when you go on Twitter and you see Mike Conti writing a freaking novel about the ways that Atlanta United can get into the playoffs. And to be honest with you, I'll be shocked if we get into the playoffs. And then if we get into the playoffs, I don't think we even
make the 10 spot at this point. I really don't.
Neither do I. And if we get into the playoffs, I don't see us beating, the playing team.
At this point, I would rather us not make the playoffs just to keep everybody healthy. Like, I don't want the extra game to risk an injury at this point. Like, we've got some promise over the next 4 games. Like, build into next year at this point. Don't even worry about the playoffs. It's you're not going to go on a run. You're clearly proving that you can't compete against the worst in the league. How are you going to make a run at the end? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Plus, we've only 5 games remaining. I mean, we're not going to get at
4.
DPs.
Just 4.
Oh, right? Is it 4 now?
Yeah, Orlando, DC United, Cincy, and Columbus.
Yeah, it's not going to make any difference, and I don't see the DPs making much of an impact because of the amount of time they've not been with the club and the amount of time they've had off.
Yeah, new name in the trap, Nate Corsi, saying, "Yeah, but we're leading the league in goalkeeper passes."
Nate Corsi,
how many?
That is an amazing stat.
How many were completed, and how many did Guzan just completely put out of play?
Can Nate give us the top 5? I want to see who the other 4 are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably all bottom of the league. I don't know if you guys can hear Pirlo just zooming all over the floor.
Oh, I thought you were. Never mind.
Jeffrey Tubin in the house. All right. He's got.
You watching a Tim Allen video? He's watching old episodes of Home Improvement over there, too?
Dude, he's got the biggest set of zoomies right now. He's going all over the house and growling and rolling and scratching his back on the carpet and running from room to room and grabbing all of his toys. All of his toys. Yeah.
I loved Home Improvement.
Yeah.
That makes one of us. Yeah.
Okay, so who what was I gonna say?
This is good. This is good.
This is really good. This is what people come for, right?
Really glad we're all 3 here.
People come for this, and then to see how far I've got with painting my bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah. Dan,
next
holiday content. Being a diabetic, what is your go-to? What is your go-to sugar-free candy at Halloween time? Is it the Russell Stover's peanut butter cups?
I don't eat sugar-free candy.
It just takes an extra shot of insulin. What are you talking about? He's a real fucking man, Tim.
Why am I gonna
why even have the insulin if you're not gonna use it?
Exactly.
You just go praise be to Eli Lilly and just like pump it a couple times and then you eat a fast break bar?
Yeah, it's just a couple of buttons on my pump. No, I just usually I eat a lot of ham. I like to kill my own ham, so I'll eat some ham. Do you not like ham, Tim?
I hate ham.
Tim's favorite food is ham,
except for Serrano ham.
And Canadian bacon.
Serrano ham is delicious.
You haven't tried my ham, Tim.
I don't want to try your ham.
You do want to try my ham.
Brian asks, anyway, back to what the hell happened to Remedi this season? I said this to you guys last night. I feel like he's a shell of his former self. I think he played a little better last night than he had the past couple weeks. But
yeah, he had. But he played a whole bunch of shocking games and then came in. I think he played last game because he was on the bench, wasn't he? He was riding the pine. And then he came in because of rotation. Didn't play great. He didn't set the world on fire. He played pretty good today. Last night. He was one of our highest rated players, which, I remember my excitement about Remedi when he came in, because he would always have these little glimpses of these baller technical things that he would do. And I was like, oh, he could really be the guy, like a technical midfielder, but he just can't string them together. I mean, he needs to be that bulldog who's fighting people off, but when he gets put on the floor by the other team, then he's useless to us. He needs to be the guy to really boss the midfield, to be like, all right, this is my midfield, and I'm just gonna nail you guys if you try and step over it.
Yeah, I think one of the more difficult things with Remedi has been, I just am not used to him giving the ball away so much, especially in like crucial areas too. I feel like he gives the ball away pretty easily, and it's cost us. I mean,
he's not been asked in the past to really possess in the midfield either. So that's the other big thing. It's like whatever his role in the past has been to defend or just to lay off passes. He's not necessarily asked to do much with the ball, and I think his role has maybe changed a little bit this season with the absence of Nagbe, and so that could be leading to some of that.
Yeah. I don't want him to have the ball. I want him to just get the ball off the attackers.
Right.
But he's not even doing that. I mean, I feel like it's strong suit.
Exactly.
I feel like Mo Adams has been somewhat of a bright spot, I think, relatively speaking, to what we've expected from him the past 2 seasons. I think that he has put in pretty decent performances the past couple games, and I think he was part of that that lineup that got us our last win, right? It was him and Heineman and Lorenowitz in the midfield.
The last win? No, I don't think he was playing, was he?
Now I feel crazy. Anyway, delay, Kevin. What else?
Don't put that shit on me. I told you I don't have anything to talk about tonight.
I don't got no cable.
I'm your guest tonight.
No, Mo Adams was.
I thought you were talking about
DC.
So you were talking about Rometty. I'm just going to pour myself some.
Sorry. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, Mo's been great the past 2 games.
Yeah. And Parceros United saying needs 2 to tango. Can't pass the ball if you don't have an option to pass to. Speaking of Rometty.
Right.
So, well.
I think he's got options to pass to. I mean, come on. I mean, there are people you can pass it to the other defensive midfielder. You can pass it back to the center backs, or you can pass it back up to Hyman. That's kind of a weak comment, Parceros.
No, that's their point. Their point is to get you to say to pass it to Heineman so they can shoot you down to talk about how much better a player Pity would be than Heineman. And then they'll say, well, we can't talk about Pity because he's gone. And you don't do that. But Heineman's still not the answer. So you're still wrong.
You're just in like this this circuitous loop of like illogical or like logical fallacies. Brian Daniels, what up, losers? What's going on, man? It's good to see you in the trap and not just in the comments the day after.
I am a loser.
Anyway,
awesome.
Breck Shea, breaking hearts. Again, we would have won that game on Wednesday. Had people
I feel like it's all the fans' fault, really.
Yeah, for booing Breck Shea.
I feel like that's really it.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
They deserve every bit of it.
It's all those guys in section 1.
Maybe Breck Shea was a sleeper agent, and he had this plan the whole time, was just to learn the defense and find out what the weak spot was, fake the injury, get the trade to a new team, knowing that he'd have a chance to stand out.
I think it was
weakness. He'd be there.
It was even better than that because he was cut by Atlanta United. He didn't even have to make the trade. He just.
I think that's what it was, man. I think he was a sleeper cell for sure.
I don't know why more people haven't picked up on that. To be honest with you, Kev.
I think it was all Frank's fault. Honestly, I think it was Frank de Boer's fault.
Frank de Boer got his first goal last week.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wow, good
finally. Netherlands broke the duck after like 3 games. It was pretty. I think that might be his record as a manager. The earliest goal that his teams have scored.
Fastest goal scored under Frank de Boer in 180 minutes.
3 games. 197 minutes into his campaign in record fashion.
Man, you know what that means.
Frank.
They're on track to win World Cup.
Yep.
They still got a couple years to build on it. They're going to be scoring goals at a record pace.
So this is a legitimate point. Bill Holcomb says, does Breck Shea scoring goals make you feel better or worse about our offseason moves? There has been, and I will point at Parceros United and the folks over there, there has been a big spotlight placed on Carlos Bocanegra over the past few weeks, especially with the removal of Frank de Boer. I guess it's been 2 months now, maybe.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the next man on the chopping block until the whole thing is burnt to the ground and then rebuilt, and it takes another 6 years to get back to any sort of semblance of form. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, Elliot Bevan says Breck Shea only scores against Atlanta, but he scored another goal on Saturday or Sunday night, too. And it was...
Who did he score against them?
Fuck. Why are you putting me on the spot?
I don't know.
I could have sworn.
You think it's just you think he just gets better weed in Miami?
He's got to.
That might be it.
Well, in Miami, it's always laced with a little bit of something extra.
That could be it, man.
So
He's got that medicinal down there after his injury.
You think he's going for a COVID test, but no.
Yeah, Breck Shea scored against Montreal on Saturday.
That was good for us. Who cares, though?
Yeah, it was assisted. That's right. It was assisted by LGP. That's why I remember, because it was former Atlanta United to former Atlanta United.
Yeah. Do we feel better or worse about our off-season moves? I think it's tough to tell because so much has happened.
Answer. That's a fucking cop-out answer.
What are you talking about? So what off-season moves?
I know it's election season. I know it's election season, dude. I know it is. But you don't have to tiptoe and like we're not in the 150-yard mark of a voting or polar place. Say what you want to say. Like, say what you think.
What big off-season moves did Atlanta United really make? Most of the players that we're talking about, I mean, I feel good in that I think Brooks Lennon is going to be a standout player. I think that Jake Mulroney has definitely got a place on this team as well. But those are really the only two signings that we got in the offseason, and the only noticeable one that you've lost defensively is LGP. And I think, and to that same point, Meza has been brought in as his proverbial replacement, I guess you could say. And I think Meza's been good for the team as well. So I feel pretty good, but all in all, it's tough to really evaluate because so much of this season has been plagued with the manager being absent and weird tournaments and weird schedule and players leaving and being acquired throughout the season. I feel like regardless of what offseason moves were made, it's tough to evaluate whether those were good or bad just because of the events that have transpired since. Kind of null and voids a lot of that.
All right. Do you want to go through the departures and arrivals? I've got them all pulled up and we can decide whether it's good.
Let's go thumbs up or thumbs down. How about that?
All right. Tim, you're going to keep track of this? How many thumbs up?
Participate? Like,
yeah,
what?
Of course.
Yeah,
I just need you to write it down.
Do this. Just everybody put it out, and we're just going thumbs up or thumbs down as Dan reads. Dan?
All right. Do you want departures or arrivals?
Let's go departures first.
All right. Kevin Kratz.
So down. Up is that it was a good thing. Down is that it was a bad thing, right? So yeah.
Yes.
Kevin Kratz leaving. Okay, good.
Okay, so Kevin Kratz leaving, that was a good thing for you?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd say bad thing. We've been lacking in creativity in our midfield, and I think that he probably possibly could have provided a creative and chance creating spark in the midfield.
He was 32, I think. I don't think he was getting. I don't know what his wage was, but I say that's a bad one. I think I would have kept Kevin Kratz. Right, okay. You got that? Wrote that down, Tim.
Hold on.
No, don't write it down. Nobody cares. Go back and listen to it if you want to find out later.
I'm not going to worry about Chris Goslin or Patrick Nielsen or Philip Goodrum or Patrick Okonkwo. Luis Fernando Nanchismo. That's a terrible, awful.
It's Nacimiento, but yes.
Yes. I think I would have kept him. I thought he showed some decent promise.
Okay, so this is what I want to say is everyone that you say thumbs down, you can't do a thumbs up for acquisitions because you had to free up roster spots for them to be acquired. So that's the caveat here because you can't go like, oh, everything was such a good that was a bad decision to get rid of these people, but it was such a good decision to bring all these people in because you can't have both of those things. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So how many? I'm so confused now. How many? All right. Well, let's just go with it, and you can just tell me. Okay. All right. Michael Parkhurst.
I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
Michael Parkhurst. Yeah, I think that wasn't good. I mean, even though he retired, we probably could have got another year out of him. Mo Adams. We've only had 2 games that have been good for Mo Adams that I think.
Wait, so. that's not a departure. That's an acquisition.
Yeah, sorry, messed that one up. All right, never mind.
An acquisition. He was an acquisition mid-season last year. Damn, this is amateur hour.
Jesus.
Breck Shea. I don't care for Breck Shea.
Yeah.
Fullerton Pogba. Here's his depth. Emerson Hyndman.
Oh,
Arrival? He was
he was an arrival. Yeah, he was a change. I'm sorry, I'm really messing this up. All right. I thought this was freaking.
Sorry, guys. Dan left his computer at the computer repair place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
With all of his actual data on it.
It's really awesome.
All right. LGP.
Oh. Everybody thumbs down.
We miss LGP.
But the problem is, I will say, where does he fit in this lineup with a healthy Miles Robinson, a healthy Fernando Meza, and then a healthy
where does Breck Shea fit into this lineup with a healthy
George Bello? Do you have another left back?
Okay.
So if we have LGP,
have another left back? I mean, we're not talking about stars, right? We're talking about depth players. You do need those.
Yeah.
Okay.
So LGP his wage is huge. He's a big time TAM guy. But if you have him, I don't think you need Meza. So that's where he fits in for me.
Yeah, and I would rather, I mean, I don't know. Dare I say, at least from what I've seen, I've really liked watching Meza play. Granted, I haven't watched in the past month, so there's that. But,
sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Gordon Wild. I don't care. That's fine.
Down.
Wait, no, that's up.
Departure was up. Yeah.
Jose,
the people who are just listening to this, we have
terrible.
to start distinguishing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. All right, so Jose Hernandez, I'm fine with him leaving.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm fine with him leaving too.
All
right. All three thumbs up for Jose Hernandez.
All right, Justin Miram. I'm gonna say it was a good thing that Justin Miram left because we couldn't afford his salary for what he was going to be able to give us.
Oh, I don't know what his salary number was, but knowing that he's been a star in MLS, you're probably right. So if we're playing,
I think around 600 or 700.
I would actually say thumbs up.
Yeah, that was a good departure.
No, sorry, thumbs down. God, I'm so confused.
Thumbs down.
I would say thumbs down. I would have wanted to keep him at that dollar amount because as a guy we talked about earlier who came in last year, Emerson Hyndman, I think you're
right, Dan. We definitely should have kept track of this because I think Tim has kept everybody from last season except for one player.
So he gets nobody. Finals, dum.
What?
I said we made the Eastern Conference Finals. Why wouldn't I want to keep the same team from last year?
Well, I just want to know who you think was a good signing this year.
Sorry.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
It wasn't me, it was the tequila. All right, so we've got a lot to get through here. So,
oh my God.
All right, Justin Miram is a good thing. I feel like his form fell towards the end of the year. All right, Mikey Ambrose. I'm fine with him leaving.
Same.
Romario Williams, fine. Didn't do anything apart from score against us. Brandon Vasquez. I hated that, but there was nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, that's one that I think we definitely would have liked to keep for depth.
All right.
Or for right now, he would be starting at striker.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Depth then would be starting now.
All right. Darlington Nagbe.
Oh, way down.
Yeah. But I guess we had to make him a DP for him to stay.
Okay.
Hindsight?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Julian Gressel.
Great.
Wait. Oh, getting rid. God.
Yeah. I am for Julian Gressel no longer being on this team, all things considered.
Me too.
He got paid. We got a better player.
Yep.
All
right. You want to go bring it in? So, Tim, how many did we get?
Oh, he did not take track of that.
Just lie.
Kevin said it was okay.
Oh, Kevin said
it was okay.
I set the rules here.
All right.
I'm just going to draw the line when I think he's used too many funds whenever he wants to say yes to players that were acquired. That will be at the ref's discretion. I'm the ref in this scenario.
All right. So Mo Adams.
I'll say no.
I think he's been
mediocre, but I don't think we needed him.
Okay, so I'm going to play by the Kevin rule. So if I kept Miram and I kept Nagby, then yes.
Okay, you're not going to be able
there
to
you go.
track
Tim's
it.
thinking. Tim's thinking. That's what I like.
Yep, all three thumbs down. So negative and positive actually is the opposite. Up and down is the opposite now. So I'm going to be. I just got used to the system, and now it's reversed. Great.
This is the best podcast.
What are you talking about in reverse? Did it reverse?
Yes, thumbs up was like, hit the fucking road. Like thumbs up now is like, stay. Like it's inverted now.
I'm not doing that. I'm just basically. I don't think Mo Adams has done enough for us, so I don't think he's been good. Regardless of, I mean, he's a warm body.
Yeah, we'll explain our reasoning. Yeah,
right.
I don't think Mo Adams is necessary.
Right. All right, Jake Mullaney.
Yes, I think that's a yes for me. That was a good acquisition, in my opinion.
I kept Breck Shea, so I'd say thumbs down to Mullaney.
I'm gonna say I don't really have a lot. I don't really.
You have to pick one.
I thought we were doing that or that.
Nobody did this, dude. You're making up new rules in the middle of the game. Nobody did this. That's how we were starting, and then we would go up or down. Nobody just did this.
Then I was confused.
This ain't Run the Jewels.
I was confused by your complications that you've added to this game, Kevin. Jay Mulroney, okay, I guess. All right. Adam Yarn. Sure. I mean, he's been all right. He's trying.
I'm saying no because I would have had Vasquez still.
How?
Correct. Same.
I kept Vasquez in the previous round.
But it was a super draft pick.
We're not talking about the dollars and cents. I'm just saying body for body, man. I can't get it.
This is just.
But you've got to have a realistic television. All right. Anton Walks. I'm going thumbs up for Anton Walks.
Yeah.
I'm going thumbs up for sure.
He's been great.
He's another. I'm not going to say he's of the same caliber as Franco Escobar, but he's the same mold, right? He can play center back, and as we saw, he could be deployed at right back pretty successfully again.
Yep, I'm loving Anton Walks.
I just want to say this is a really fun game, by the way. I really like it.
I mean, I'm having fun. Nobody else is probably having fun.
Nobody knows what's happening, which is the best part.
So, look at Brittany S. So we're not making the playoffs?
I'm going to give thumbs up to that. We are definitely not making the playoffs.
Bill Holcomb says, Dan, Mo Adams can lace up his cleats.
That was your explanation of why to keep Mo Adams.
Oh, right. He's a body. Okay, Manuel Castro.
Oh,
I'm going thumbs down.
Oh, yeah.
Do two thumbs down.
Yeah.
I think he's just a victim of bad situation, but never mind. All right, Mateus Rossetto.
I'm going, that's a good acquisition.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. All right. The big man himself, Emerson Hyman.
I would say keep Rossetto, not Hyman.
I would say the same.
I would say the same, but I feel like they play kind of different roles.
Right.
And it's for the money that Hyman.
This is my fantasy.
We still had Nagby too, right? We all said we would keep Nagby anyway. So you're not going to Nagby. You're not going to have Nagby, Hyndman, and Rossetto. You can get two of those.
Okay. All right. For the money we're paying him, I'm gonna say
we're basically playing like we're doing Pokemon trading right now. Like none of this makes sense from a dollar amount, but it's like I'll give you these cards for your one.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But you have to lay down 4 energy cards first, Dan.
Right.
That's not the way I was playing, but that's okay. All right. Fernando Meza. I think he's a good acquisition.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Bill Holcomb brings up the point Heineman wasn't really off season because he was here last year. His permanent transfer technically started this year. Right.
Right. But he's still an arrival.
Yeah. Wait. Tim, no, I'm not saying that. Tim, you can't do Mesa because you did LGP. You get LGP or Mesa.
You guys both did.
Kevin,
I did down for LGP.
No, you didn't.
Well, I did up for LGP. That was a good one because I wanted to keep Mesa.
Are you sure you're not drinking, Kevin?
You gotta pick one or the other. All right, so that's the deal. Would you trade me your holographic Mesa card for for my dark LGP?
Yeah, I would want that.
For my Team Rocket LGP for your holographic Mesa.
Yeah, I don't care if it's holographic or not. I want the LGP one.
Because LGP is Dark Mesa.
Exactly. All right, so for real though, if you had, that's the decision. Mesa or LGP?
Mesa. I would take Mesa.
I would too.
All right. JJ Williams.
LGP out of those two?
If I'm going to choose LGP or Mesa, LGP.
Okay.
JJ Williams.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Edgar Castillo. Castillo?
Thumbs down for me.
I mean, he's 33. Oh, we're not taking dollars and cents, are we, into account? So
nope.
Not anymore now that you guys changed the rules on me again. So
Kevin changed rules. So no, I wouldn't keep him. We're not going to do.
Wait, is it Tim or Cam? That makes a difference.
All right. So Brooks Lennon.
It's up for me.
Big thumbs up for me.
I think we all get that one because we all passed on Gressel. That's fair game across the board.
Yeah, and plus we're $500,000 better off to the cap. So
that's how I paid for Vasquez, to answer your previous question.
It doesn't even make any sense anymore.
Oh, yeah. Bill brings up a good point. Nobody's mentioned Tito yet.
Well, that's because he wasn't in this list.
Well, somebody's looking at a shite list.
Yeah, it is a shite list.
Tito gone.
Tito, I'm fine with Tito going.
I'm fine with Tito gone. Yeah. Tim?
My heart can't let me say. My heart can't let me say it's a good thing.
Oh. All right, well, you got to pick one out of Gressel.
This isn't
Gressel, Tito, or Brooks Lennon. You got to pick one. Because they're all going to play right wing. Unless you're Gressel, and then you might play right back, depending on if Tim wants you to or not. You got to pick one of those three, Tim. Who's it going to be?
Brooks Lennon.
All right.
I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I'm leaning so far back in my chair in protest of Kevin.
Bill Holcomb, he would keep Hyman just for the goal in Campionis Cup. Yes, I loved that.
Campionis Cup?
No.
Campionis.
No, Champignons Cup. It's the mushroom cup.
It's the shrimp cup.
Mushroom cup. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, from Mario Kart.
Yeah. All right, who else we got that came in? We got a couple more.
That's it.
That was in the off season. That's right, because the rest were mid season. That's right.
Oh well, I guess there was Jürgen Damm. So I mean,
that was mid season, right?
Yeah. Oh, are we really gonna do that? I can't remember if they came in the off season.
And then Kubert Torres.
They still came in. Yeah. So Kubo Torres, had big thumbs down. Can't stand it. He's just collecting a check as far as I'm concerned.
He was Kubert Torres instead.
Kubert. He is Kubert. All right, Lawrence Wyke.
I'm a big Lawrence Wyke guy.
I haven't really seen him do anything.
I want to say down.
I'm gonna say down too. I think he's not gonna be great. All right. Who else we got? Tyler Wolf.
Down.
Haven't seen him do anything.
He's 17. He should be exempt from this list.
Shut up.
Oh, so we're gonna add that rule, are we? Too?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right.
I get one rule. You guys get to change it up like every 3 rounds. I get one rule. Give me one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if you're below, okay, that's fair. I mean, he hasn't played enough. I mean, I think he's played
Some would
2
argue he's
games.
played too much.
Wait a minute.
Lawrence
Wait
White.
a minute. This is Dan going against the exact same argument that we were making last year for George Bello. Now all of a sudden he's on board with a player being like, well, he hasn't played enough, so I can't really make a decision on him. Versus last year, whenever we were talking about George Bello having one game and how he was great, then it's great. Just all over the place.
I think my response to George Bello was he hasn't played enough to make a decision.
All right, Bill Holcomb ends the argument.
Lawrence White has not played enough to make a decision.
Tyler Wolf he's a homegrown, so he's free and doesn't take a senior spot. So move on.
Okay. Moving on.
All right, I'm moving on. I'm moving on up the list.
Oh, one big departure.
Pity Martinez.
That wasn't the offseason.
Two big departures. Oh, yeah, you're right. I was going to say Frank DeBoer.
Well, neither was Jurgen Damm. You mentioned him.
Yeah, but that was a
Brittany
different
asked
role.
what was the consensus on John. Adam John. Did you guys change the rules again? Okay. Bye.
All right, you can find me at.
Whose idea was this? Was this Bill Holko's
I think it was
this game just off the rails?
He knew it. He knew it would cause infighting.
Oh my god!
It was Eric. It was Eric Quintana trying to usurp one of us.
So I think this all kind of brings back to the one question that the whole fan base has been talking about, especially since the last couple of games, is are you going to bring Andrew Colton back?
No. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Explain. Discuss.
He's a homegrown player as well. He's played pretty well in Indy. I think that it's worth giving him the chance to mature and maybe that time away. Just in all seriousness, that time away in Indianapolis.
You get him or Gallagher, pick one.
I don't have to.
I'm telling you, you do.
2
white blonde-haired guys. You can only have one.
Jacob Peterson.
It's 2020, Tim.
Jacob Peterson.
You mean Jerome Mormont? Come on.
I'd take John Gallagher. They play different positions, but yes, I would take John Gallagher. But
aren't they separated by 5 years?
They are. That is a big point. Elliot Beeman brings up Eric Lopez. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, he's not on the
training. He's purgatory right now.
Eric Lopez is not on the Atlanta United. Oh my gosh, the Atlanta United roster for 2020.
Right. Because we don't have a spot for him. I don't know if he's going to be a DP guy or if we're missing an international slot or what. But I think we're maybe waiting for Barco to leave so they can.
I think we're doing some kind of stashing, some weird stuff with Eric Lopez. I do not know how the cap is working to fit him in unless he is somehow stashed with Atlanta United too. Because you can't just. They've had some sort of agreement that it's a really head scratcher of a transfer. You just don't know where he's gone or how they're managing to do it. So I don't know. Maybe they've just said, "Hey, come train with us somehow," and you're just not going to be on the roster, but it's a future contract or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand how we've done it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So, Brittany S. Colin's gone for good, unfortunately.
Okay, and by my calculations, I win.
I agree, Tim. I think out of that game, you definitely won.
I win.
So how did we... So the intent of this was to try and figure out whether we had more, whether we had better decisions. Exactly. And I don't think we achieved that.
I think it was good.
Right.
So let's
So
go thumbs up or thumbs down.
right.
Or off-season moves. No, this is good. We'll just end it. Off-season moves for Atlanta United as a whole. We just went through
Okay.
everything. We
I'm ready.
evaluated. Thumbs
I'm
up
ready.
or thumbs down.
You ready?
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Thumbs up.
Agreed. Look
Perfect.
at that.
All right.
All
so everyone needs to lay off
I
Carlos
thought for
Bocanegra
sure you were
now.
just going to try to do this damn thing again. Where I don't know. Are we doing this one?
All right. So Carlos Bocanegra, I feel like he's done a decent job.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think one of the things is Joseph Martinez is going to make any manager look good, or general manager, technical director look good. And when he's out for a whole season, a whole lot of holes are going to show up in your team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So we do have 2 games this week. Wednesday night, hopefully.
Yeah.
Even though they're coming off of
I'm
a
going to
win.
look up the broadcasting schedule.
We're not playing till Saturday, I thought. And it's going to be on Fox Sports Southeast.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And ESPN Plus.
Sorry.
But then I looked at the DC and that's
derby.
against DC. But then the next one against Orlando, I don't know when that TV schedule is.
Media.
That's next Wednesday.
Yes, I got my midweek games mixed up.
That's okay, Tim.
So,
score predictions for DC United. How do you think we're going to do? DC United.
Last time we throttled them, so there's that.
They're coming off a win. I
True.
know, no Wednesday game. I know. I'm stupid. I'm looking at the schedule backwards. We got Orlando next Wednesday.
Okay, so we will get Orlando game on FS1.
Orlando game.
So we'll at least get to watch that one.
Oh, that's good.
Fans are allowed on Saturday, right? In the stadium.
You going to go?
DC? Nope. God,
Neither.
No.
I don't know if I can get. Can you? Is it just like tickets out to supporters?
Yeah, I think
season
it was
ticket holders.
Season ticket holders, yeah. Because we got asked months ago, would we be interested in going, and we just didn't answer the survey. I don't know. Brian Daniels is saying a 0-0 draw.
DC.
Elliot Beaven, 4-0 Atlanta. Brittany S, 2-1 Atlanta.
I'll say 2-1 DC.
So if we've got Moreno and Barco back, I think we'll get. I think the best result we could get is a 2-1 win. But I think we're just going to get a draw. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. We played them a couple weeks ago. Beat them 4-0 without Barco and Moreno. Inject them into the lineup. And the best we're going to do is 2-1. I don't understand you guys. No confidence whatsoever.
No.
I think we throttle them, especially at home. If we have fans in the stadium.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
They drew Philadelphia.
Big fucking deal. Like, we drew Orlando twice. Like, we only lost to Toronto 1-0, and they're the best team in MLS. Like,
I think that our 4-0 win was a lot more fortuitous than it looked. Like, I think it was a culmination of bad things. Plus, it seems like they've got that new manager bump. That honeymoon period with the new interim manager. No idea who it is. And they're playing for the jobs right now. So I think they're going to be playing. I think they're going to give her a lot sterner test than they did last time.
4-0 again.
Okay, great.
I hope so, Tim.
You can take it to the fucking bank.
Right.
That's your Rob Van Dam money in the bank guarantee right there.
Awesome.
4-0.
All right. So what are you thinking about Orlando? Oh, I guess we'll have a podcast before then. Won't we?
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, I can't believe you didn't know it's next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday.
You idiot. Idiot.
Giletto says 2-0, or Hayeto saying 2-0 Atlanta. Brittany S says if Moreno starts 3-0. Joe Johnstone 2-2. Okay, so this is on Wednesday night, I tweeted this out because we have a railroad track that goes through our neighborhood whenever it doesn't derail. And we had our doors open on Wednesday night watching the game. Jake Morani scores. And the train lets off a whistle. And I tweeted out that the train honked. And my wife is still giving me shit about it. And as is Joe Johnstone, who I wake up every morning and I check Twitter, and there is a GIF waiting for me of Joe Latruglio on Brooklyn Nine-Nine going toot toot. I'm sorry, guys. Horns honk. It's a train horn.
Toot,
it certainly sounds more like a honking than it sounds like a whistle. I'm just going to leave that there.
Okay. Well, we've done a lot of thumbs up and thumbs down tonight. We'd love if you guys gave us a thumbs up, whether on YouTube, iTunes, Podomatic, however you found us. If there's not any thumbs, give us some stars, leave any amount, and leave a comment to hear it read aloud on the show. Thank you for tuning in. You can find all of us individually on social media. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me on just Instagram at Tim Herb.
Dan, what about you?
You can find me at DNJMS. And again, I've lost a follower. So now, even though Coach Chief Steve became my 260th follower, he's now, well, it's open again. Maybe Coach Steve unfollowed me, but still, you could be my new 260th follower because I lost.
How about we get a campaign to unfollow Dan until he gets 69 followers?
Yeah, I'll start that right now. I'll go ahead and start it. Don't worry.
I'm gonna start a personal account again just to unfollow Dan.
Yeah, smash that indifferent button, as Brian Daniels says. Find me at The Architect. It's at @the_ARC #1 TECT collectively at Home Before Dark. That's before spelled B and the number 4. Thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every week. However you found us, love the hell out of you, and we'll see you next time. As always, be Home Before Dark.